for staying with us here on Republic. First, we are breaking this important update that again tells you why the Indo-US relationship is as strong as ever. In fact, a breaking update that our colleague Abhishek is going to tell us more details about. We are learning, as per the US media reports now, that Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti could be the next US ambassador to India. Now, as per reports, President Biden is ready to nominate him as his ambassador to India, sending a trusted political ally to the world's biggest democracy. Now, why is this so significant? It's because of the messaging. We are standing by to get you our colleague Abhishek with more perspective on this. But this, remember, is as per the initial US media reports that do indicate that the Los Angeles mayor could be the next US ambassador to India. This is an important position. Do remember again, the relationship between India and US, as I said, again, is extremely important. It has its own ups and downs. But in the middle of all this, as you're looking at both the countries right now also collaborating on the big fight against coronavirus, this man that you see on your screen, in fact, there is speculation that he possibly could be the next US ambassador to India. Abhishek with us on the phone line. Abhishek, why is this information, this speculation right now as per the US media so important, and what does this tell us?
Well, Deepti, I would say this has gone maybe a step ahead of speculation. It seems that this name is under active consideration. Now, why this is important so far as India is concerned, Garcetti was the co-chair of President Biden's presidential campaign, and that really gives you a sense of how important he must have been in President Biden's scheme of things. Typically what happens is some of the important capitals around the world get a direct presidential appointee as the ambassador who report to the president instead of the State Department, and New Delhi happens to be one of those capitals. In the larger scheme of things, between the growing strategic partnership between India and the United States, someone with that kind of trust of the president coming to New Delhi adds that much edge to the bilateral relationship and the overall partnership. So in that sense, appointment of Garcetti, whenever it happens, would be significant because he is someone who's seen as close to the president. He's someone who has been co-chair of president's campaign and comes from a very important, happens to be mayor of a very important town, Los Angeles. I don't know whether he will bring some flavor of Hollywood with him to New Delhi. But what is important is that the process from here on would be that the president would send his recommendations to the U.S. Capitol, and the House and the Senate then goes through a process of confirmation. The confirmation hearings take place, and then the appointments happen. So we wait to hear officially, but then these are credible U.S. media reports that suggest that a very trusted aide of President Biden is all set to be the next U.S. ambassador to India. What is important, Deepti, also is that the Indian setup of the United States State Department here in New Delhi, in terms of its size itself, is decidedly largest in Asia, possibly largest in the world. That's the size of the U.S. diplomatic corps in New Delhi. And that gives you another measure of the significance that the United States gives or attaches to New Delhi and all the appointments that take place here. In that context, this appointment, whenever it happens and whenever formal announcement happens, would be a significant move forward.
Yes, the reason why we are going to be keeping our eyes focused on that announcement as and when that happens. Abhishek, for the moment, thank you.